Hello everyone, Tucker here at MassEffectFollower, and as I said last week, here is the Q&A for 5,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing, which we hit in a little over a month, but that is absolutely fantastic. I'm looking at it right now, we are at 5,579 subscribers. That's awesome. Before I go into the Q&A, just a little bit about myself, just so you guys kind of know. I am a 21-year-old college student who I am at Full Sail University studying video game design. Online class that I am almost done with. And it's a bachelor degree, and I'm contemplating going back for a master's degree, which is just another year. But, you know, something that sounds interesting to me, getting a master's degree and that kind of thing. Been playing video games for as long as I can remember. I am mainly an Xbox person because gamers, I absolutely love achievements and gamer score and stuff, and that's also where most of my friends are. But I started out on PlayStation with Kingdom Hearts and all that stuff. I also play PC gaming, but that's mainly RTSs and stuff like that, the games that you can't play on console. With that being said, let's get to the questions. I got a few of them up here. Alright, how many times have I played the entire trilogy? The entire trilogy in one single kind of playthrough? I have probably done that 3 or 4 times, doing like from Mass Effect 1, then 2, then 3. But I've played each game at least 6 or 7 times. I played Mass Effect 1 though the most because like I said earlier, I absolutely love achievements, and to get all the achievements in that game, I think I've spent an upward of 200 hours to get all the achievements in the game. So, I got that marked off my list a few weeks ago, and am working on Mass Effect 2, which I actually plan on maybe posting a few achievement videos, just, you know, because I think it would be kind of interesting. Alright, let's see. How did I play Mass Effect for the first time? Paragon, Renegade, male, female, which squad member did you romance, etc. I'm going to actually merge that one with another one. No, that one's actually different. Okay, to answer that question, how did I play Mass Effect for the first time? I played it Paragon. Well, Paragon and Neutral with few Renegade, not that much. I mainly went Paragon. I started with male shepherd. I'm very boring in that I don't change how my shepherd looks. My shepherd is generic male shepherd. That's how he looks. And that's how I've always kind of played it. Come Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm going to play around with the customization. Because with Fallout 4, the customization in that game was absolutely fantastic, and I think that Mass Effect Andromeda is going to have something of that scale. So I'm definitely going to make my shepherd look a bit different for Mass Effect Andromeda. Which squad mate did I romance? My main romance has always been Liara. Don't know why. Just always Liara. I've had playthroughs with Tali and Ashley and things like that, but my main has always been Liara. And throughout the missions, I would typically bring Garrus, Rex, or Liara. For those. Not for my first playthrough, because I killed Rex in my first playthrough. Did not do his side mission and did not make the right decisions. Did not end as I hoped it would. But all my other ones, I would typically bring those. Halo Follower commented, saying, "Why do I suck at multiplayer? I've never been good at multiplayer in any game. I don't know why. Halo, Mass Effect, Gears of War, Call of Duty, Battlefield, any of those. I just can't do multiplayer. Do not know why." And an interesting one of what am I least excited for in Mass Effect Andromeda? What am I least excited for? I really don't know. I'm excited about it being a whole new area and a new thing to explore. I am kind of saddened, though, that they said that none of the original characters are going to be in it, which does kind of sadden me. So I'm least excited for the lack of recognizable characters. If that counts, I might actually have to go back to that question. Let's see. I have questions for the Q&A. Do you listen to the Mass Effect soundtracks? If you do, what are some of your favorite songs from the 3 games? Personal favorites, not in terms of being iconic or popular. What do you listen to? Which games do you think have the better music? Answering that last part first. Which game do I think had the better music? Mass Effect 3. You can definitely hear as the Mass Effect games go on, the score gets so much better. Mass Effect 3 has some extremely amazing songs. I mean, not saying that Mass Effect 1 and 2 don't, just Mass Effect 3, for me personally, had a lot more that I go back to and listen to. Which does answer of, do I listen to the Mass Effect soundtracks? I do. I have a playlist of music going on whenever I'm doing coding or working in game design of just songs, and in there are ones from An End Once and For All, Leaving Earth, Vigil, The Elusive Man, Spectre Induction, the Galaxy Map one. Can't think of the others. Can't really think of them. But that is, I definitely listen to some of them. I can't really name some of them off my head, but I did name a few, but can't do more than that. Out of the Mass Effect trilogy, which one is my favorite and why compared to the other games? As I said earlier, that I played 200 hours of Mass Effect 1 just for the achievements. I might pick that one due to Stockholm Syndrome, but in terms of story and gameplay and things like that, I would pick the second one. No, third one. Because, and I know the third one gets a lot of shit for the ending, but to me, Mass Effect 3 felt in its entirety as an ending. You're curing the genophage, stopping the Reapers everywhere you go. Everything you do feels like an ending. And even though the ending of itself wasn't that good, how do you end an ending? Really? So, I would definitely pick the third one, though, just because of how epic the moments are. And also the Thresher Maw killing the Reaper. That was pretty cool. What is my favorite gaming memory? In Mass Effect, I would say that my favorite gaming memory would be probably the suicide mission, playing that for the first time, because I really had to I was really trying to make as best of decisions as I can, so doing that for the first time and actually having all my squad survive without looking up any guides or anything, that was pretty awesome. But in general, favorite gaming memory would probably be when I was first getting into gaming. I was playing Halo 1 with my best friend, and we were playing it on the hardest difficulty, and we could not get past the second mission for hours. But we were using Math 8 at the time, so we didn't care, but we kept playing the same spot for 2 or 3 hours just laughing. And related to that one would also be playing Need for Speed 2 Hot Pursuit. Playing that with the same friend as well. Doing one map, infinite amount of laps, and the highest cop level and everything like that, and just laughing because it was hysterical seeing the helicopter drop the barrels that were on fire and hitting them and flying around. It's honestly one of my favorite gaming memories. What was your most emotionally challenging decision to make across the series, and why? Probably the most emotionally challenging decision would be choosing between Tali and the Geth, like Legion and Tali. Because her story has fascinated me the most. Even though Liara is always my main romance, Tali's story and her pilgrimage has always been extremely fascinating to me. And then there's Legion, who he gives off emotion that shows that he's more than a robot. He's actually giving off human emotion and you become so attached to him. So when that decision came up, I had to actually pause the game, put the controller down, and sit and think about who I want to pick for. I found out that you can actually make it so you can get them to work together, which I didn't at the time. But just choosing between two people that in the Mass Effect, or the way that Mass Effect does it, making them feel like a friend and amazing companion, it was very difficult. Why did I create this follower? I'll get to that one in a second. That one's actually kind of an interesting story. So let's get on to this one. Can you remember how I felt for the first time when I played the Mass Effect Trilogy? The first one I played was Mass Effect 2, and I played about an hour of it when I stopped and realized that I love this game. I should play the first one. So playing the first one is where I'm going to kind of build this off of. How I felt. I felt incredibly nervous. Incredibly nervous because I knew, or at least from what I was told, that decisions that I make change how the game works. And from that, I was extremely nervous that I was going to make decisions that would kill my teammates or give me a bad ending in general. So nervous. And also in awe of just how amazing of a story it was. Which characters were my first love interest, and are there any decisions you wouldn't take again? Well, for the first love interest, I answered that one a bit ago, so you can rewind. Are there any decisions you wouldn't take again? There are two of them. The first one would be, for the first choice when I first played Mass Effect, is I put Udina and the Council instead of Anderson, which I feel like that was kind of a regrettable decision because Udina's kind of a dick. So all my other subsequent playthroughs have been Anderson. The other decision is not one that's really game-changing or things like that, but one decision that I instantly regretted and wanted to actually revert back to change it was in the Bring Down the Sky DLC in Mass Effect 1. Was to at the end of the mission, you have to choose between either going after the terrorist or saving the prisoners. For my first choice, I went to attack the terrorist, thinking that if I killed him fast enough that I could save these prisoners. No, you cannot. That did not end well. And I don't know why, it just immediately regretted that, seeing them die. I don't know why, I just couldn't. So now for every time I play it, I always save them. And then also later on in the game, in the future games, you capture the terrorist. It's either capture or kill him, but either way, he doesn't get away. Justice always wins. So that's something I never do again. And that is all the questions that I have here. I'm gonna get back to the one that I pushed away earlier. But I might have missed a few. If I do, I apologize. So let's get to this one of why did we create a follower for this? Back on December 2014, we actually made this follower as a website. It was going to be a YouTube channel, still run by me. And it ended up being pushed because we kept having issues kept coming up, so it remained as a website for it remained as a website for a very long time. And every time I talked to the at the time CEO, because Chris took a few months off for personal issues, every time I talked to him, he would either ignore or he would push it off, saying, "Oh, there's problems. It'll be happening soon." It never happened, so it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And then finally, Chris, when Chris came back, he pushed MassEffectFollower and let it become a YouTube channel. So that is as why we created a follower for this, or as of why for this game specifically, was Well, Halo is an absolutely fantastic game, and Halo and Mass Effect, they are similar in the sense of sci-fi sci-fi shooters that that have their own lore and do have a basis of our universe of what we are now in the year 2016. Do have some kind of basis of what humans are like, but just make it absolutely amazing of lore and story and everything. So we created this follower because Halo is similar to Mass Effect. So we saw with the success of Halo Follower, well, let's try Mass Effect Follower. And when we were originally talking about that, I jumped on the idea because, as I mentioned earlier, I've played Mass Effect numerous times. Absolutely love it. Definitely one of my top series. So that's why we created a follower for this. He also states, what game is my favorite? Already said that. Mass Effect 3. The first is his. I mean, yeah, the first one's awesome. But I'm not saying that Mass Effect 3 is my favorite. It's like they're all right here, and all right here, and Mass Effect 3 is like a little bit higher, just because of all the epic moments, the music, and everything. So it's not like I hate Mass Effect 2, for example, or something like that, but just Mass Effect 3 is higher than the rest. That is, like I said, all the questions. I realize this is 16 minutes and 30 seconds. So you guys have been listening to me ramble for that long, and if you have, you guys are amazing for doing that. Thank you for sitting through this. Oh, there is one more question. Why do I sound like a robot? Could be my microphone, or could be the fact that Chris built me as a way to make more videos. So, let you think on that one. If I missed your question, I'm very sorry. I do read every comment that gets put on the video, so I do comment on that. With that being said, if you have any questions about anything, it could be Mass Effect related, it couldn't be just something. I will try to answer your questions still, even though I might not make another Q&A video. But I'll answer any questions you guys have, and depending on how many questions I get, I might start doing something where at the end of each video I answer a question. Just to, because I want to be more, how do I say this? I want to be more active in the comments and the community, because I'm just one person, but there's 5,000 of you guys watching, and I want to talk to all of you. So, ask questions. I'll put those in videos. I'll answer your questions just in the comments. And again, thank you guys so much, all of you, for subscribing to this channel. And also, thank you for watching an over 18-minute video. Thanks. Bye.